Good day, everyone.
Good day, Lisa. How are you?
Good day, Lisa. Good day, Kanya. How are you?
Making love and last kitty was a vibes last summer. Poolside vibes, then turn up. I'm with the goons and the girls in the black down Hummer. Put the windows down and holler. Was it something you wore that caught me, baby? Present, style, and aura. Can I get your name as a lady? Whatever you want, just name it. Girl, let's be honest. The things I would do. I fit to spend rounds on you. I fit to spend dollars on you. 100 niggas on you. So I spend 1 million on you. Throw 1 million on you. Like colors of the rainbow. Your presence has to make me feel like a part of the glow. Still struggle to compare you. Your presence like an angel, sound like a brand new hope. Full of ideas, tongue twisted when you tease. Stop and stare, roll shakes when you reach down. Blue jeans that I waste like forever. On the one that you say, go easy, stop it now. Full of ideas, tongue twisted when you tease. Stop and stare, roll shakes when you reach down. Blue jeans that I waste like forever. On the one that you say, go easy, stop it now. Girl, let's be honest. The things I would do. I fit to spend pounds on you. I fit to spend dollars on you. 100 niggas on you. So I spend 1 million on you. I throw 1 million on you. Yeah.
All right. Well, welcome everybody. Welcome, Liva. Welcome, Guru. I think we should start off by thanking everyone first of all by joining our exam prep session. I'm sure it'll be very exciting, very fun. I hope you, Liva, Guru, you guys have had wonderful days today and are feeling super energized for this session that we're about to have. So just to kick things off, maybe just develop some kind of structure for the session today. Can I ask Liva to share his screen, perhaps, and show us the weightings of the exam? So just for us to see, configuration and setup, like how much does that weigh, or object and I don't know, the object manager, I think it is, and how much that weighs. Lifa, can you do that for me, please? I don't know if you have the paper on you.
All right. Yes. Thanks, Kaya and the team, and thanks for joining. Let me just go to my drive and check. I think I have it
All
on my
right.
drive. Yeah, I'll just display
Thank you.
just this. just a second.
All right, thanks. And then while you do that, what I'll then do next is I will share the Focus on Force exam paper. And I think for today, we will just be focusing on configuration and setup. So we'll be going through some of the questions that are asked within that paper. And we'll also just go into a little bit of some explanations and demoing as well. Does that sound good, guys?
Yep, that sounds good.
All right. And if I've missed anything, please feel free to just add on. And yeah, I think we'll have a great session today. I'm excited.
Alrighty, let's do this.
Just a second, it's still loading. I'm trying to open it.
So I thought I was going to share this at the end of the session, but whoever has been on Dreamforce the past 2 days, I'm sure you know the good news by now, Kanya.
No, please surprise me.
You don't.
What are the good news?
Salesforce is giving us free certifications. We actually get to write AI certifications for free.
Don't lie.
I am telling you, you get the AI associate as well as the AI specialist.
And those are the ones that I want to do next.
So now you can go write it for free.
Amazing. And did they announce that at Dreamforce?
Yes.
Oh, nice, nice. Sure. Thanks for that, Google. I wouldn't have known. I would have gone all my life without knowing. So
You
when are
are
they
very
implementing?
welcome.
When is it starting? Hey, it's Mutaful.
I think registrations start on Monday.
Oh,
You just,
lovely.
yeah,
Oh,
I think
yes,
you need
yes,
to go
yes.
onto Salesforce and read up on it because there are terms and conditions. I think the
Actually,
registration is open from 5 a.m. till 8 p.m. on Monday, if I'm not mistaken.
which time zones? On which time zones? Is it
I
the
forgot to
South
check
African
that.
time or the European times? Or yeah.
I forgot to check that. I'll check that out just now, and I will confirm at the end of the session.
Yes, yes. Because I know in most cases they normally use the time zones from the head office. So we just have to know so that our team can be able to just pick. Do they have the limit number or is it
It's one
limitless?
certification per person.
Oh, okay, that's nice.
Because I think they said examinations are open September through December, if I'm not mistaken. I'll
Oh,
just
wow.
check the details and I'll share with you at the end of the session.
Oh, wow. Wow.
That is very
Thanks,
nice.
thanks.
All
Is
right.
everyone able to see my screen?
Yeah, we can see your screen.
All right. Let me just also try to log into Trailhead on the hands-on. Yes. I think now we can start. Thanks again, team, for your patience. Yes. So, team, as you know that over time, me as the team, we came together and we have been unpacking the Salesforce categories that are normally taking place. So when you are especially preparing for your exams. So for today, we will be focusing on the first 3 categories of the Salesforce Administrator, on when you are being introduced to the org and unpacking on the first important things that you have to actually know when you are a Salesforce Administrator. So the first one, as you can see there, it's organizational setups on the global UI. And the UI means the user interface. So on this category, as you can see, the first category, when you are opening a Salesforce org, you need to set up the company preferences. Set up company preferences, whereby you must set up the fiscal year and the business hours and the currency management. Before you start with everything on the org, you must make sure that the company fiscal year, it's inappropriate, the business hours that will be operating on that org. As you know that we have different time zones on Earth, and also different currency management. So for today, I'll be taking you through those processes, and then so that you know when you come across the question on exam whereby they're asking about how do we find where do we find business hours on the Salesforce org, or where do you find the currency locale on the Salesforce org. So now I'll be taking you through, and then I'll be doing it maybe on your hands-on, maybe, and also navigating onto where everyone will be able to see on where to find this particular subject within the Salesforce org. So, and on the second one, as you know that it's managing the user interface. So the user interface, normally we call it the user interface, we normally call it the front. It's the front end of the Salesforce org, whereby where everyone sees it, where every data capturers and everyone that are using the platform are able to see. So the front end is being used by the end users of the Salesforce. So it's more like we are managing the user interface of it. As you can see, for example, there's user interface settings, and there's app menu, and there's list views, and there's Lightning app builder, whereby you are building an app. You are building an app that you want it, and whereby you will be customizing it according to the requirements of the client, or according to the requirements of the business that you'll be implementing that the Salesforce org to. So so for now, let's just focus on these two. And I wanted also for us to go to on the second one, but I think on the second one we'll just go through it when we are done with this first particular ones. Setting up company preferences and managing user interface. So on the first one, I'll just try to log into the Salesforce org. Let me just try to log into the Salesforce org. The team will just outline if they are being able to see my screen. Are you able to see my screen, team? Or should
You
I?
haven't switched screens as yet. We're still on the waitings.
All right, no problem. Let me just try to. Okay, no problem. It means I must share the entire screen. Let me just stop sharing this one, and then I'll just try to share another one. Stop presenting. It means I must be able to share the entire screen. The entire screen. Yeah. I think I've opened a lot of tabs, so never mind the tabs. Dismiss. Don't show this again. We just dismiss. Yes. So just to refresh our minds, remember we'll be focusing on two categories of organizational setup, of the global user interface So the first category is setting up the company preferences, whereby is the fiscal year, the business hours, and the currency management. And the second one, which is managing, whereby we manage user interface, whereby UI settings, user interface settings, app menu, list views, and Lightning app builder, which the overall of everything you just find it on the Lightning app builder. So I'll be just taking you through that. On the first one, okay, let's just try to log in. Okay. I'm not sure if I click this, it's going to disappear or it's going to leave the meeting, because I think this new Google Meet is, can I click it? Oh, all
Yes.
right. I think it's fine now. Okay. So on the first one, which is set up company preferences, I'll be navigating to show you on how to be able to find all of these particular settings on the Salesforce. So the first one, you just go to, remember, let me just start it on the front end. On the front end, okay, team. Yeah, as you can see, remember, this is the front end of Salesforce. This is where the end users will, this is the components that all the end users will be seeing. These all different objects are the ones that are going to be visible to the end user. It might be the CEO of the company or the data capturers or whoever that will be using the Salesforce org. So now we will start by navigating to the back end. So when you're using, when you're a Salesforce administrator, this particular component here called setup, it will become your friend, whereby you'll have to click it. You'll have to click it more frequently as you will be coming up with solutions. So it's either you can use the developer console, which is for developers. I don't recommend it for Salesforce administrators. On Salesforce administrators, they normally just focus on setup and edit page, whereby you'll be editing this particular page of this object. But home object, since this one is not an object, it's more like the front view of the app. So it's a home page actually. So this other components are the objects. So let me just navigate through. Okay. So the first thing, when you click setup, the first thing that you'll be able to see is home page and object manage. So now, since we are dealing with company information, we'll just have to find it on the quick find, whereby we just type on the quick find, you say company information and company settings. So once you click company here, you'll be able to see all the information that you'll require based on the company. So normally when we go to company information, when we click on company information, and then when you get to company information, you'll be able to go to, okay. When you open company information, when you open company information, you'll just be able to see the organizational profile below, whereby the user licenses, the permission sets, the feature licenses, and the usage based. But remember, the main goal for us now is to find the currency locale, the business hours, and the physical year. So if you want to set up all of that, you just have to go to edit under company information. Edit under company information. Let's say Lefa. Name of the company is Lefa. And under company information, you are able to see the locale settings, which is default settings, whereby you can choose different languages, and also the default language, default time zones, since we're in South Africa, we'll be using this one, which it will be our business, which will be also interlinked to our business hours. So also on the currency locale, since we are in South Africa as well, that's where you get to choose, because most, if you'll be working with most of the clients who are international clients, you can always change to say today, since I'm working with an American client, you can always use the USD. And yeah, when we are configuring the org for when we are configuring the org to the to a client that is international, can always identify their currencies here. So for example, let's just try to change it. Let's just try to say US dollars. I'll just have to see it somewhere. US dollars or euros. US dollars or euros. US dollars or euros, okay. It's a USD. United States dollar. I'm trying to find all United. Let's just say USD. There it is. I can't find the straight USD, but yeah, it's fine. I think just to save time, we can always say choose this currency, and then we can always choose the different time zone. You can always choose the different time zone. Let's say you are running it on an island Pacific Karimit. Is it Karimati? Yeah. So, and then we can always, after making those changes, as you can see, we've changed the currency locale, the time zones, the time zones. So as you can see, we can always save the time zones, and then now we can always save. And then once we are done saving, it means now we'll have to focus on the business hours now. We have to set up the business hours for this company to say our operating time is from this time to this time. Business hours. You can say operating hours. Remember, we are taking this org as a new org that we are about to implement. So you just have to go through the business hours. The first step of the first step, which is step one, the business hour name. You have to include the business hour, the hour name. We can say the operating hours. It's operating hours. And then we can always say active. If we want it to be live, you can always say active. But for now, that because we don't want it to be live, because we are just making an example, we'll just say, yeah. We'll just keep it inactive. So since now we are in the South African time zone, we can always choose those different time zones. And then, in South Africa, our normal time, in South Africa, our normal times is 8 to 5 or 9 to 5. So you can always customize and then not say 24 hours, so that when they want you, maybe, that the org will be able to operate during this time and this time. So in most cases, they say 24 hours, but in South African time, in most cases, we use a 9 to 5. Normally, they knock off on Sundays, especially on Sundays, it might be 8 to 12 or 8 to 1. It might be 8 to 1. Might be 8 to 1. And then on the weekdays, you can say on Monday, can be 8. On Monday, can be 8. Can be 8. Can be 8 to 5. 8 to 4. Let's just say 8 to 4 because it's 8 hours. Can be 8 to 4. And then on Tuesday again, we can say 0, 8. to 4. Oh, sorry, let me just say 14, 16, just to save time. 16, 14, 16. From 8, 16. So in Salesforce, you can always customize according to your needs. So maybe let's say on Thursday, you see it's a holiday. Maybe on Thursday, you see it's your weekend. Thursdays and Friday, maybe they are your weekend. You are given 2 days of being free on that particular week. So we can always keep that. And then to say on Sunday is from 8. On Saturday is from 8. So from 8 to 4. Okay. And then once we are done with that, we can always save. And then it will give us time from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday and Friday, knowing that Thursday and Friday is now their holidays, according to the company policies, for example. And then we know that they start going to work from Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then Thursday and Friday is their holidays. So now it shows that we have created our operating hours. As you can see, the operating hours, they have been created from business hours, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. As you can see, they've been created. The team will just tell me if there are any questions. And now it takes us to the end of this particular category of Salesforce. So now it means we are done with setting up the company preferences of the org. So it means the first stage of the implementation of that particular client or within your organization, it's done. So now you'll go to the second category, which is manage. Now you need to start working around the users. Manage user interface. How to manage the user interface. So when you're managing the user interface, which one? This one is a very interesting one, whereby when you're managing the user interface, it's like you are managing this. This is the user interface. Not to forget that this is the user interface. So let me just open one record to show you. Let me just say all accounts. For example, let's wait for it to load. So this is also part of the user interface. What you see on this front end, it's also the part of the user interface. So let's say maybe to say you want to customize. You no longer want to see all of this details. Now you only want to see details and remove financial accounts, relationships, goals, referrals, and related. It's more, it's a part of managing the what? The user interface settings. App menu, the list views, and the Lightning app build. So as you can see, so for now, I will just take you through quickly on that one before we just go to setup and then we edit the page. Oh, sorry, I said edit object. I said edit object instead of editing there. Instead of editing there, the page. So, all right, let me just go back to the app. I just made a mistake. Yes. So as you can see here, I want to edit the page of Mr. Aaron Thompson. So I can always click on that to say now we are editing the page for Mr. Thompson. Now we are editing the page for Mr. Thompson. As you can see, we said we want to remove accounts, relationships, goals, and referrals, and related. So we only want to leave details so that our page, it becomes clean. So as you can see, the first thing that we will remove when we get here, it will be related. We want to remove it. And then referrals as well. We want to remove the referrals. The goals. We want to remove the goals. Relationships. We want to remove the relationships. Since we only want details, we want to remove this one. So it's like now we are on the user interface of the Salesforce org. So as you can see, and then maybe let's say you also don't want to see live events. You just want your page to be as clean as possible so that it doesn't cause any confusions. And then from there, you can always save. Always save, and then we go back. As you can see, now the page is clean. You're no longer seeing referrals, you're no longer seeing goals, you're no longer seeing all of those confusing information. Now it's a straightforward information in order for you that when you are conducting a report within the system, the report becomes as clean and the information becomes as accurate to say now the information within the system, it becomes clearer and then it doesn't cause any confusions to your client or to your organizations as a Salesforce administrator. So we try to make sure that the information becomes more cleaner and more simpler for the clients or the organization to be able to understand, so that for someone that doesn't know about the platform, they be able to just navigate through and then be able to just seeing the system on how it works, and also for reporting purposes. Remember, the main purpose of these objects is in order to ensure the smooth flow of operations when it comes to reporting. So and then let me see if I'm not missing anything on the app menu. Okay, on the app menu, we can always go to App Manager. There's App Manager in Salesforce, something called App Manager. That's when you can create your own Lightning app. You'll just customize it and make it the way you want to see it. So, and also including those different objects that you want to see. So it's more like now we are going to create, maybe let's say we want to create a new app, and then we can name it. The name of the app, it must be, let's say, the name of the app, it must be let's just come up with the name, or maybe let's say APSA. Let's say APSA, and then let's say description app for the bank. App for the bank. Here it's just for the description. We just say app for the bank, developer name, the API name, app details, the app details, and the branding. As you can see on the headlines, app details and branding. Give you Lightning app a name and a description. Upload an image. Choose the highlight. You see, so you can always choose those kind of things if you are more of a creative person. So. And then we'll just go to next. And then on the app options, we have the navigation and form factor, which, as you can see, when we open on the help text, there it say standard navigation shows items in a navigation bar at the top of the page. And console navigation shows a list of records in a sidebar and opens each record in a new workspace tab. Also, you can select the form factor where this app is available. So there's a whole lot of information. As you can see, the whole information that has been outlined to say, if you are choosing this one or on the setup and personalization option, which is say select which setup experience to show as the first item in the setup menu of the app. So it depends on which one we want to go with. But normally, let's just choose the first one, the navigation and form factor, whereby we'll just say next, and then on the utility bar we'll just choose on what we want to see on our apps. Let's say maybe if I want to see the all the let me see, let me just say maybe I want to see a flow, I want to see history, I want to see the list view, I want to see to-do list. So you can always say next. Oh, sorry. All right. Oh, sorry, it's giving an error. I think we chose the many. We chose the many. We chose many options. How are you? Okay. Let's just see next. Okay. This one to select accounts. This. Let's see accounts. We want to see financial accounts. Okay, team. Maybe we want to see the financial accounts. Go to financial accounts and then we say next. And then on the available profiles, who do I want to see on those profiles? Like now it's like the user profiles. As you can see, remember team, we are on the manage user interface. Manage user interface. So here it means we are now assigning available profiles. We are now assigning a profile that we are assigning profiles that will be having the access to this app. So now we are assigning the profiles. Okay, let's just say standard user, and I normally use standard user and a system administrator when I'm assigning, because I know that the standard user and the system administrator, or let me just click standard user and a system administrator to have access. And also maybe sometimes we can say integrators or developers, but I kind of developers, I've just forgot that developers are not part of they are not part of the the standard profiles. So let's just say maybe a contract manager to customize it then. So we can say maybe this user profiles, choose the user profile that can access this app. So we just chose the standard user system administrator and the contract manager. And then after that, we just, our app called what? Our app called APSA is created. Okay, and then how to see now, how to now see that this app has been created. We go to app. We go to apps and then we search for APSA. Can you see APSA? It has been created. Or just a second, team. Let me just try to fix something quickly. Oh, sorry about that. Yes. Is the team still able to see the screen? Team, are you able to see the screen?
Yes, we still can see your screen.
Yes. And now you can see that we've created an app called APSA. So let's just say view all. The app called APSA. We just created an app. As you can see, there it is. We can see there's a whole lot of apps. So now our app APSA, it has been created. So now if we click on this app, it will show all the objects that we have chosen. As you can see, it's financial accounts, cases, and accounts.
And every time the client requests you to add more, you could always go back to edit, right?
Yes. So if maybe the client this says they want to add more, of these objects here, you can always add more. You can always go to the app and then add more. You can always go to the app and add more. You can always go to, okay, let's just make that exercise for everyone to see. You know, let's just make that exercise. App, we go back to app manager, and then when we are at app manager, what do? It will show us all the different apps that are costume apps that came with that have been created by the users throughout the implementation process. So we'll go back to app manager. Remember, we just created this app. And then we can always go to edit. You can always edit the app. You see, you can always edit the app, and then you can go to options. You see, maybe let's say we want to add another object. Which object? Let's say, is it service? Anyone maybe can just give me any object name that I can think of. Contacts. I think contact is the standard object. It's supposed to be here. Yes, you can say maybe we want to add the contacts, or maybe we want to add the leads. If you want to add the leads, leads and referrals, yes, and then you can just customize and make it as many as possible, or that will be suiting your particular needs of that particular process and the purpose of that implementation. So you can always see. Can you see? Those are the selected items. Yes, those are the selected items, accounts, cases, application forms for when you're applying for your card at APSA, and then also the financial accounts. You see, financial accounts of APSA and the contacts for all the APSA clients, and the leads. The leads, remember the leads, I think APSA deals more with the leads when they're on the insurance side or the sales side. It's like, yeah. So it's leads and referrals. Maybe it might be internal referrals or external referrals. So all of these objects, you can be able now to create to play around it and then create a report based on each and every of these objects. So let's just save it. I can't see the save button. Where is it? Anyone that can help me to see the save button? I think this
Scroll
new
down.
Salesforce. I'm trying to scroll down. I think this new Salesforce, it doesn't allow us to save. Let me just see if it has updated them automatically there on the
front end.
Yes, on the front end, yes. So let's just refresh. It hasn't.
It hasn't.
Okay.
You still need to, I think, save.
Save, yes. I think I need to find the save button somewhere.
Scroll down
But
or
that's
zoom
it.
out.
Yes. I'm
Zoom
trying to
out.
zoom out. I think I've zoomed out. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Oh, I was just supposed, just the easier thing. I was just supposed to click here. Remember, since I focused here and then I chose all right. Now I think it's much simpler. Yes. Okay. Yes. So it means now it has been saved. And then now we can go back. If now we want to, maybe we are growing our apps business. Let's see. In most cases, I think it will take some time to just show everything, because in most cases you might find that it's still loading. So yeah. Oh, we have to go back. Refresh. Yeah. Okay, let's go to APSA. I want to see, there might be something that we haven't done. Oh, there are they. Oh, there are they. These referrals, contacts, accounts. So as you can see, so it means it wanted me to run it on the very same page. So yeah, it shows you that there are no shortcuts in Salesforce. You just have to make sure that you are testing on the very same page that we are that you are doing the actual job at. So yeah, we are learning every day on Salesforce. But as you can see now that it's all the components that I wanted them to be visible, they are now visible there on the leads. They are now visible there on the cases, financial accounts, contacts, and leads and referrals. So now all these components are visible. So yeah, so this is all about the front end of the Salesforce, which they call it in the tech terms, they call it the user interface. It's the face of the end product. So I think we've covered the initial I think we've covered the initial processes of these two categories. So this module there on % team. As you can see that we only spent some quiet time on it because of we just had to go through it each and every. Yeah. So on an exam question, the question might come to say, where do we find business hours on the Salesforce org? And then now you'll just know that, oh, okay, business hours, they are found under company information. And then now or maybe another question might come to say, where do you find the physical year? Where do you find the physical year on Salesforce? You'll know that, so physical year is also found on the company information. In the company, on the quick find, you go to setup, a quick find, and then we say company information. You find the physical year, the business hours, and the currency management. And also on the manage user interface, they might ask you a particular question about how do you find the user the UI settings within the Salesforce ecosystem or list views, So yeah, it's just to know those basics and be aligned with everything that is being thrown to you during an exam. So for now, looking at the time, I think on the Salesforce, on the second one, the Salesforce user setup exam weight, which is 6%, is performs user setup and maintenance in various in various maybe let's say perform user setup and maintenance in various scenarios. So on this one, it's more like you are setting up the users. So it's more like you are setting up the users. You know, when we set up the user in Salesforce, it's more like remember we dealt with profiles on the app on when we're busy on the user interface, and then now they want us to create the users that will be matching those profiles. So when we are creating a user, I'll just take you on the process of creating a user on Salesforce. Remember, let me not go that quickly. Remember, you'll also have to go back. Let's go back to APSA. Let's go back to APSA. I want you to follow or to get used to the app or get used to the org. Remember, when we are busy navigating through, and then we are on the APSA app, and then they are saying, please create this particular user for us. You know, they are saying, please create this particular user for us, or we want to create users in Salesforce. And then while you are done creating, now you are done creating the what? The app. Okay. And then now we will go on to click on to setup. When you get to setup, you do what? You go back and then you say users, you know, users. And then as you can see, there's a component for you. So under users, you'll just go to straight to users. Before you go to roles, profiles, or permissions, you go to users. I just take you through a process of creating one user, and then yeah. We are setting up a new user. Okay, maybe a new user can say it's ML. Let's say Mahlangu. Sorry, or let's say ML. So ML Mahlangu. And then on the email address, let's just use my email address, username. MEE. But yeah, it's possible that your username can always be familiar, be similar to your email. So yeah, I can say company, you can say yeah, and then the user license. We are giving him the user license, and then we choose the profiles. Remember, on the profiles, we chose standard user and the system administrator. It means these two users and the contract manager. These two users will have an access to that APSA app. So we'll just say a system administrator, and then the role, let's say CFO, customer. I'm not sure which role to give this user. Let's just say a chief operating officer, say COO. So, and then yeah, can just navigate through and don't go down at your address, and then we say save after that. No thanks. Yeah, as you can see, now we've at the process of creating a user. As you can see, the user has been created. The user has been created. It's called ML Mahlangu. And then now, maybe if we want to set up this user to say, hey, now we need to set up a lot of things around this user. Which permissions are we giving this user? You know, and on the secondly, you can say permission set assignments, activations, or a permission permission set groups, as you can see, they are still empty. They don't have any permission set groups. The permission set license assignment, personal groups, public group membership, queue membership, user skills, team, the user that is under, the team that will be under this user, you know, the authenticator apps, the third-party accounts, there's installed mobile apps, authentication settings, managed packages, as you can see. There's a financial service cloud because the org that I'm using it's for financial it's a developer for a financial service cloud. So yeah, a login history. If I want to see the login history for this user, you see. So there's quite a whole lot of information around this user. Let's just try to say, let's give this user permissions. You know, if we want maybe to give this user permissions, we can always go to permission sets. I didn't want to make a shortcut because I know I just wanted everyone to be aligned. I want to give that particular user permission set. You know, I can always set the new permission sets. Permission sets. Let's say ML log E. Say ML log E. You can say ML login process. Say ML login process. And then on the license, you can always see the Salesforce. Salesforce. Then we say, let's not say activation required. Permission set group. As you can see, so it means on this user, we will be giving this user the permissions. We will be giving this user the what? The permissions. So you can say on the apps assigned, so there's a whole lot of information. Say APSA, we add. So only add APSA and then save. Okay, and then we're going back to the user. It's called ML. The user's name is ML. And then we go to permission assignments. Yeah, we can say ML login. We gave him the ML login. Let's see what we can give him again that is on this. Let me see if APSA is still there. Oh, kind of APSA is there. Let's see if APSA is still there. And then we can always say save. You see? Now we have assigned the user the permissions. As you can see, permission set assignment. It means we have assigned this user for ML login. That means this user will be able to, to work around those permissions. So yeah, so team, I think this is the process of creating a user. So the process of setting up a new user. So there's a whole lot of information that you can add around the user. There's permission sets, and then also the public groups if you want to add the user on roles, on queues. So there's a whole lot of information. As you can see there's permission set assignment activation required, permission set group assignment, there's permission set license assignment, there's a personal group, there's a public group membership, there's a queue membership, there's a user skills, there's a team, there's a manager in the role hierarchy. I think that one we'll have to touch it on our next session, since it's on another category as well. There's oath, the user authenticator apps. You know, in most cases, especially in high profile institutions, they normally prefer the user authenticator apps because they want to, for example, the org, it's more like their new, it's more like their new currency or their new mineral, whereby they have to protect all the information that is within the org, and also that you know that the org that it holds a lot of sensitive information around it, that it will compromise the organization. So normally they prefer to use the user authenticator apps. So on the third-party account links and also installed mobile apps, authentications. As you can see, there's a whole lot of let's just make example on the new one, on the installed mobile apps, without wasting time. Remember, we created the APSA. We created the APSA mobile app as well. The APSA mobile app, whereby we also assigned the system administrators and the standard users and the contract managers the access to these apps. So yeah, I think we are making a good progress on the leads. On this one, maybe on the exam questions, the question might come up to say, what's the process of creating a user? And then you already know that the process of creating a user, you'll require maybe a last name, a first name, you know. How many user licenses? Which one is not a user license? And then on the user licenses, I think on the user, let me just take you back to that particular user so that you also be able to be familiar with the user licenses. So user licenses, on the user licenses, I just want everyone to be clear around the user licenses to see. So yeah, I think I didn't touch it enough. So they might ask which user licenses is there for it's the most standard, it's the most usable one within the Salesforce ecosystem. You know that there is a Salesforce user license, because these other ones, they come Charter. I know that Charter and Force.com and this integration and Salesforce, they come as a package. They come for free as a package of the particular cloud that you have purchased on Salesforce. So as you can see that normally on Salesforce, it gives you I know that when we are within the non-profit cloud, Salesforce, it gives non-profit companies about 10 user licenses for free. So it means it gives them this Salesforce user licenses, 10 of them for free. So also, let me just show you on how to find the user licenses on Salesforce. Where to see how many user licenses available, how many user licenses have been used. For example, here, since I'm using the Salesforce, it's the service, it's the Salesforce org. Okay, for now, I'll be taking you through on how to see how many user licenses are there on Salesforce. As you can see, under company information, you go to company information, and then on company information, you are able to track the user licenses. It shows you the overall number of these user licenses. As you can see, under this org, under this developer org for financial service clouds, it gives you 20. It gives you how many licenses? It gives you 20 licenses. Gives you 20 licenses, and then used licenses is how many? it means since I created another user, I think it added 6. So as you can see now, it means we only utilized about 6 licenses. And also the remaining licenses is how many? It's 40. So in an exam question, they might come and say, how many, where do you see how many user licenses are available? Where do you see the available user licenses on Salesforce? Where to track the available user licenses on Salesforce? Or it might come with in a scenario manner to say Cloud X or Cloud Kicks wants to see how many user licenses are left within the org, or how many user licenses are available, and then you'll now know down the answers that the answer must be company information. If you don't see company information, it means that there must be a problem with the org, or with the exam practices. You can always question that, but on this one, you must always know that when you want to find the available user licenses, you'll always find them on company information, because here it's stating the remaining licenses. It's remaining, remember, it's a synonym for available. So it means the available licenses is 40. So when a particular question like that, it comes to say, where do you find the company information? Where do you find the user, the available user licenses? How to see available user licenses on the Salesforce platform or on the Salesforce org? You already know. Or I have to navigate through company information and then scroll down, and then you'll see the user licenses. You see? Yeah, I think on the user setups, I think we are moving quite correct. And yeah, I think on our next session, because of time, we'll just have to focus on the on the third one, which is Salesforce security and access. Salesforce security and access. I think we'll just have to focus on
Okay,
that.
Lisa, while you are on the users, sorry to disturb you. I know there's one question that always comes up is how do you
Yes.
reset the password for a person?
Oh, yes. All right. That one. Yeah. Okay. So how do you always reset the password? You go to, let's say, passwords. You go to users. So you go to users. You want to reset the password for this particular user, right? Okay. Always you can always log into that user. Which what's the name of the user that I just created? It's ML, right? ML Mashangu.
Yes.
Yeah, there's ML Mashangu. And then also you just scroll down, you always set up a user password under users. Because as you can see, reset password. There's the reset password. Can you see the reset password under users?
Yes, I can see it.
Yes, there it is. You can always click on it, and then you say reset password, and then it will give you the whole lot of forms to show you on how to reset the password for this particular, change password, and then, or maybe if there's a problem with this user, I can always log in. I can always log in.
You
Or
go
I
to
can
the
always
login
log in.
history, right?
Yes, I can always log in as a user to see. As you can see now, I've logged in as ML Masham. And then I want to reset my own password. I've now logged in as, then now I want to set up my own password. So yeah, it's a whole lot of process. So yeah, I think that's the process. Like as you can see there under users, there's a whole lot of information that is there. So as you can see, there's a CEO and the COO. It means that since we are admin users, since I set up Mr. Mashangu and as an admin user, he also can be able to see my profile. You see. So he also can be able to change my password. If I want, if maybe as Mama Mashango, I want to change my password, I can always change it. You know, I can always go here and then change my password, and then yeah, you know. So
That's
that
clear,
question,
thank you.
yeah. So that question normally when it comes, you must know that under that answers there must be users. Under those answers, how to set up a user password? Where should the cloud kicks go when they want to set up the user password? You know, you must know that they must always go to users and then click on user Mashangu and then go to change password. Because this one, since I logged in as Mashangu, it will say change password. So, but since let me just say log out. Let me just say log out. Let me just say log out. Hey, it doesn't want me to log out. What's happening? Yeah, so user blocked authentication error off. Just a login issue that it can always be fixed. So you see here, you can also log in as this guy Perry SU, you know, it's the mortgage officer. So yeah. So there's a whole lot of information that we can always, yeah, run it through. So yeah, I think that's all. That's all for now, team.
All right.
Thank
you so much, Liva.
Yeah, I think we can just outline some of the questions, and then we can let the team to just send us the questions on the they can just pop us the questions maybe there on our communicating platforms. Yeah.
Or on the
Yes,
Google
definitely.
form.
Yes. If there's any
Yes.
yeah, if there's any if maybe there's any category that it will need some clarity, I think yeah, they can be able to just come around them. You see.
All right. Awesome. So
Yes.
I think next week we'll be tackling more of security and access, and we'll also be going through some exam questions. Is that right, Google?
Yes, that's
Yeah, I
right.
think because,
So the
yeah,
first
because-
hour will be dedicated to the associates, and the second hour will be dedicated to the admins.
all right. Yeah, I think on that way, yeah, it will be best because we will be trying to balance the equation between the administrators and the associates.
All right.
So yeah, because I think but also if the team also or the also the guys, if they want to know more, they can always pop us a text to say, guys, I'm having a difficulty in this. You know, they might have been ahead of the schedule, and then they can always come back to us and say, we are 24-hour operating for them. We want them to make it on this.
Yeah, because we're
All right.
saying we're doing security and access, but maybe they want to tackle something else. So if there's something else that you're struggling with, you can just pop us a text and we will focus on that.
Yeah, we are on our time zone, so they can always pop up the text anytime. So that even we know that studying for for exams, it's quite difficult sometimes. Even around 3 a.m. when you feel like maybe you would find me asleep, you need to just try your luck, and send that text, and then maybe we will try to answer it by that time. We will just, it will also just depend. Just try your luck. Just don't stop trying your luck,
Right.
They shouldn't mind that much in bothering us, as we are here to help them to run this to run this exam. Yeah. So
thank you so much, everyone.
Also the team, they should not forget to attend. I want to stop reminding the team to also just pop in. Dreamforce is still ongoing, guys. So you can until it's finished. It's
the
still
last day
online
tomorrow.
Yeah, I think tomorrow is the last day. So today we can just also navigate through to just look at the sessions that are currently we can just navigate through to see the sessions that are still there. Informative sessions. There will be, I think there will be quite some informative sessions currently. So we can just navigate onto them to see. This is the current session that is ongoing. Yes. All right, let's see. Agent Force. This one, it started around 6 and 6:50 p.m. Agent Force transform financial services with humans and AI. Yeah, I think this one, it might be the interesting one.
Yeah, I think today they're focusing more on the financial service cloud.
On the financial service cloud, and also engaging it with AI and the whole, I think this one is quite, we just have to see the outstanding programs, the programs that haven't started so far. Yeah, there's quite a lot. True to the Dim Course Core. Yeah, there's quite a lot. What time is it ending tomorrow?
I am not quite sure.
Is it ending tomorrow? Yeah, I think it's gonna be. Yeah, I think. I think. Since it's still on, we are encouraging the team to just go through it and then gain more understanding of the latest. Since Salesforce, we learn every day as well. We are also still learning. We are encouraging them to just and also for that you'll get a free badge once you attend this on Salesforce Plus. So it will give you a free certification to say the certification of attendance. That Salesforce also gives you the certification of attendance to say now this is a stamp to say you have attended the Dreamforce. So that now next year when you go back to attend the Dreamforce again, you'll be there 2 times Dreamforce certified. So so I think that's all from our side. That's all from our side with the team. I think we are also all the best to the team for the ones that will be writing the exams soon. All the best. We're hoping that you guys make it, and we are here together to win this battle, and we are also willing to help. And thanks. Over to you, Kaya.
Thanks so much, Liva. I think I attest to everything that you're saying. We are definitely here to help everyone to get to the finish line. All they have to do is just attend our sessions, watch the videos, and they will be set. But like Liva said, if you're not able to attend the sessions, feel free to pop us a text. Whenever you're feeling stuck, frustrated, having anxiety, let's be there with you and let's walk on this journey with you. All right. So without wasting any more time, I'd like to say thank you so much for joining our session up until this time. And I guess good night because it is at night. And we'll see you guys again on Monday. Have a lovely, lovely weekend.
Yeah, cheers.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Liva, for the session.
Thanks, team.